You can never have a complete autobiography. Half the world away is the furthest away you can be. The sound of a crackling fire is one of the few sounds we can hear exactly as our ancestors did. Our brains are hardwired for survival, yet they have no issue with letting us daydream while driving a multi-ton death machine. With enough wind, anything and everything can be a kite. Carrot juice is also orange juice. You can't touch music, but music can touch you. Sitting in a chair that can warm up feels really nice, but sitting on a seat that's already warm because someone else sat on it feels gross. The worse you are at golf, the more value you get for your money. $10 is the new $5. Movies never show the actors walking around in the dark looking for the light switch after a sex scene. It will be quite complicated when you have to explain to the tax authorities that a genie granted you a wish for $1 billion. Being able to tolerate the sound of your own voice in a video is probably the highest form of self-acceptance. Nearly every building has at least one room dedicated to pooping. Quantum computers identify as non-binary. A version of each of us lives in the minds of other people, from a person who briefly sees us out on the street, to our closest loved ones who know us for decades, and everyone in between. Witches own black cats to avoid getting white fur all over their robes. Erotic nurse outfits look nothing like scrubs. Turning the music down helps you see better in parking lots. We have 7 or 8 holes only on a macroscopic level. On the microscopic level we have trillions of holes. And on the quantic level we are mostly made of empty space between atomic nuclei. Success doesn't equal happiness, but happiness equals success. Anyone who says they're going to steal or take your girl and does it is doing you a favor. Earth is a rock that was left out so long, stuff has grown on it. When your shirt isn't tucked into your pants are tucked into your shirt. You can theoretically die from anything. When you're a kid, you don't realize you're also watching your mom and dad grow up. Realizing that there is nothing unique about you can be both very comforting and very appalling. Saying essentially is a more sophisticated way of saying basically. Interesting is an interesting word. One of the most exhilarating and comedic moments in a child's life is seeing their parents break something in the house and not them. As a child one day you will bounce your last bounce on a bouncy castle. Unless you have kids it's likely you'll never bounce again. Shoo and hush are both just shortened versions of shush. If elevators hadn't been invented, all the CEOs and important people would have their offices on the first floor as a sign of status. Pulling out a USB flash drive without safely ejecting it was peak second-grade rebellion. Whoever created the tradition of not seeing the bride in the wedding dress beforehand saved countless husbands everywhere from hours of dress shopping and will forever be a hero to all men. Humans are so violent, considering they are hairless, teethless, clawless, venomless monkeys.